I'm Coach Corey Wayne, and this is my video coaching newsletter. And the topic of this newsletter is going to be why and when women will cheat. I've got an email here from this is actually a comment from a YouTube follower. And he says, I have the idea that when it comes to cheating, even the most disloyal women will be faithful to you as long as you are a real man and don't screw up. And the women who are known to be unfaithful are the ones who don't allow mistakes. He says, anyway, I will start looking for the Miss Perfect while I enjoy what I have. He says, some biker dude that my girl liked before took her for a ride and she got so excited and couldn't control herself and a lot happened. And that's the thing. It's like when you're dating a woman who doesn't have any integrity or being loyal is not a big deal to her, or maybe she's insecure. There's a lot of women that are out there, and that's why I highly recommend that you don't date women or go after women that are already involved with a guy. You go after women who are single and available, because if you start dating a woman and she's still dating another guy, or maybe she has a boyfriend, and you're able to successfully pull her away, because let's face it, 97% of the guys out there that you're going to be competing against, so to speak, for a woman, they don't know what they're fucking doing. And at some point, they're going to fuck up more. And if you follow the things that I teach, you'll be able to pull her away from him. But with those kind of women, you literally, just like this YouTube reader has realized with his current girlfriend who cheated on him, who he's now basically having an open relationship with, what he's realized is that, I mean, if you do everything perfect, yeah, even though she's a disloyal kind of woman, she won't cheat on you. But the moment you start screwing up, I mean, it's literally a matter of days. Or I remember a girl that I dated, it was only about 2 weeks went by, and she started screwing around with another guy because she was fearful that our relationship was in doubt and things weren't going to work out. And she was giving me the silent treatment, and that was just the way she goes about it. And she's the type of woman that she learned from her father that daddy is, or the man in the relationship, is always supposed to fix things. And so whenever she had a disagreement with her father, or I should say between her and her mother, they would give each other the silent treatment. They wouldn't talk, even though they were very close. They were like sisters. It would take him coming over to her house and saying, will you please talk to your mother? It's Thanksgiving next week, or it's Thanksgiving tomorrow. I mean, this is kind of ridiculous. And she's like, no, I'm not going to be the one that makes up. And he would finally convince her to come over. Then he'd have a little powwow with her and her mother. It was the same thing with her and her brothers. It always took one of the men in the family to fix things. And so she became emotionally conditioned to expect the man to fix things. And if the man didn't fix things, then she'd let it spiral out of control and just let it lie, even if it meant the relationship would end. And it's very hard to have a relationship with a woman that's like that. And because she was insecure and she wouldn't do anything about it, she just figures, hey, well, it's not going to work out, so I might as well start dating somebody else, or I might as well line up a backup. Because she was a very beautiful girl, she always had 4 or 5 dudes that she could pick up the phone, and they'd always be at her beck and call, hoping that they could get a chance with her. And that's what happened. We had a disagreement, and she did something that really pissed me off, and it was really wrong in my eyes, and I walked away. And then 2 weeks later, she was dating him, and then I was just like, fuck it. It wasn't worth trying to fix that relationship, because I realized that she basically did to me what she did to the other guy that she was dating before we met. And women like that, that's just the way they are. And she's married at this point in her marriage, at this point in her life. And I promise you, if her husband slips up for 1 second and gets pissed off, or they have a disagreement, or she thinks that the marriage is not going to work out, she'll do the same thing. She'll start calling. She'll probably call me, which is what she usually does, and she'll start calling 2 or 3 other guys that she knows just to get a backup plan in place in case the marriage isn't going to work out. And that's just the way those kind of women are. Now, women who are the loyal kind, they may line up another guy, but they won't kiss him or they won't fool around with him. And unless things are going to, they will wait to go out or start dating or allow a guy to kiss her until they get clarity or on their current relationship. But those women are rare, and that's why it's always better to date women who are unattached and not involved, because women who already are dating somebody, or they're kind of in the process of breaking up with a guy, but they're still hooking up with him, and he's expecting that they're still together, those kind of women just have a loyalty issue. And so if you want to have a long-term, healthy relationship with a girl, then you need to date somebody who is completely broken up with the ex-husband or the ex-boyfriend, and they're not still fooling around or sleeping with them. Because if you mess with those girls, you're eventually going to get burned. Because, hey, let's face it, at some point in a relationship, you get busy, you get caught up in your career, you stop dating and romancing her properly. She's going to screw around on you, and that's why it's best to get a woman who's unattached and who's comfortable in her own skin and who is not going to go run around behind her man's back, because she comes from a healthy family where mom and dad are still together and they love each other. And like, I was at the beach yesterday, and because I'm always observing, and I saw two different beautiful girls that were walking with her parents, and they were all holding hands. And these are women, obviously they were in their early 20s. They're totally comfortable. Mom and dad are holding hands, and she's holding her dad's hand. And as they're walking down, they're probably maybe home from college, or maybe they're down visiting for the Labor Day weekend or whatever. But it's beautiful to see that. If you want to have a good, healthy, long-term relationship, you need to find a girl that comes from a good family where she loves her mother and she loves her father, because those kind of women understand and they appreciate the value of loyalty and the value of family, and they wouldn't screw around on you. So if you have a question you want to ask me, or is a topic you want me to cover in a future video newsletter, go to my website, click the Contact Me tab, which is going to be on the left-hand side of your screen. Send me 1 to 2 paragraphs max detailing your questions, your challenge, or your situation. And you just got to give me several days to get back to you with a response, because I get a lot of email from the internet, and I also get a lot of it from my paying phone coaching customers. But be patient, and I will get back to you. And if you want to talk to me right away, the quickest way to get my help is to book a paid phone coaching session. And you can do that by going to my website, click the Products tab, which is going to be at the top of your screen, and just follow the instructions. If you want to get a digital version of my Kindle ebook, on my website, underneath the email sign-up box, is a box that will have a link to the Amazon Kindle download page for my book. Once you get to the download page, there's a button. Click that button, and it'll open up a window where you can download a free e-reader app for your Android device, your iPhone, iPad, Mac, PC, whatever device you want to read it on. Only takes a matter of seconds to install the app. And after that, only a few more seconds to complete the purchase of my book, and you'll be reading it in no time. And I will talk to you soon.